Right, muckers, this video is just in answer to requests that I keep getting from people that saying, can you do a vlog style video of what you get up to in the week while you're filming? And look, I do a lot of that on Instagram anyway, but I thought, do you know what, if I can do it, I will do. So that's kind of what I'm doing now. So I just grabbed well, it's on the phone actually, this is on the camera phone. And so, yeah, we've got lots to do this week. And I'll film as much as I can, and it'll be a bit raw and unedited, but it'll show you what some of the stuff we get up to. And if I can keep doing this, you know, week after week, if I get the time, just be short little snippets of what I do throughout the week before I put out a big video, I will do. Anyway, here we are, 7.8, battery's still missing, because you know where that is. It's on the 1080, or it was on the 1080, to get that started. So that's got to go back on here, which I'll go and grab in a bit. Also, at the same time, I've got 1 or 2 little clips I want to just change, and that we can just see they're chafing on pipes and bits like that. So that's today's job. So harvest 2022 is dead and done. I'm going to finish off with the Deutz just to get some through her. She didn't do anything last year, so just get all the rust of that out of her. That's the way to finish. This old girl, weight 6'5", but absolutely faultless. Look at the old V8. There we go, finished off with the Deutz. We left the block, he put his Massey 30 away, got the old girl out. He still does a fantastic job. But just nice to say, get a bit through her, and it just cleans all that rust off where it stood in the shed. Doesn't do any harm. Right. Just collected this little B275. And it belongs to a friend of mine. And the reason I'm doing it, which I wouldn't normally do anything sort of like this, but I wanted to do this one. Also, like my mate Tony's got the 434 and that, which we'll be doing. Same sort of reason, sort of family connections and stuff. So my mate's dad had this, and then taught my mate to drive when he's a kid on this very tractor. And now my mate's got 2 little kids, and he wants to do the same as his dad did. He wants to teach his kids to drive it. And that's just, I think that's fantastic. 3 generations, all, you know, one tractor. But it's always been sort of undercover, which is why the elements haven't got it, which is why the weather hasn't attacked it, which is why it's not rotten out and whatever. Plus they've looked after it. It's a really nice example. And what he wants us to do is do a sort of sympathetic restoration, you know, not do it or paint the whole thing and it just looks like it's come out the factory and that, and you lose all that history. There'll be paint on it and whatever, but mechanically we'll go through it mechanically, make sure everything's spot on, and then we're going to, as I said, paint the bits that need painting, all the tin work, and that'll probably be done. But you know, the actual guts, the chassis and all that, I think they'll clean up nicely and it'll just look like a tidy, altogether nice tractor. But it's one of those things we'll have to see as we progress along with it. The first thing we're going to do is do all the mechanical stuff, but it's a lovely little example. It's not something I'm going to feature on the channel, but I will give you little updates. You know, we've got so many other things going on, you know, it's just, we're just going to get on with this, but I will give you updates because, you know, it's an interesting little thing. But I'm really looking forward to getting started on this. It'll be something that, you know, I know when I'm doing it, as I said, for other generations, you know, and that's always nice. But there it is, little B275. Right, just a quick update on the Leyland so you know what's going on. Right, that's the bit we're trying to free up there. So we're still soaking it all and tapping it, and it's starting to move. But in order to do that properly, we've got to get these wheels off. So now we can move the major out of the shed. We'll do that. We'll get this in there, get the wheels off, get it jacked up and wheels off, and then we can address that properly. Right, it is Wednesday, and I'm now heading off down to North London to go and have a sausage roll on the grin with Michael O'Donovan, who some of you may know from Asheville Weekly. And Michael appears on there occasionally and gives poor old Daniel a load of stick.
Let's hope you follow me about.
Yeah, that's what it is. I follow you about because I don't really know what's going on out here.
He follows me about. So anything he does, He's only copying what I've done.
Yeah.
Anyway, Michael's got a fantastic collection of old lorries, and we're having a chat, and very kindly invited me down. He said, well, come down and have a look and you know, see him for yourself. So that's what I'm now doing, and we're gonna have a chat about going back then to film them all, so I can show you lot, because it's an absolutely fantastic story about how his dad started the business, came over from Ireland back in the 60s, started with virtually nothing and built up this amazing business that they've got now, and that, you know, the kids, Michael being one of them, and his sister Jackie and all that lot, have taken the company forward and ended up with this well, one of the best waste handling companies in the UK, and these trucks are part of that story. So that's where we're off to now. Right, it is Thursday, and well, I got some time. One of the things we do is we convert these hydraulic power packs to run other equipment, because they're made for like hydraulic breakers and stuff like that. But we get them, go right through them, change various bits on them so that the flow is correct for running things like log splitters. And this one's no exception. So I've got to do an oil change on this one, filters, spark plugs, stuff like that. And then it will run a hydraulic log splitter for a customer of ours who's got a tractor. He's been running it on his tractor very well and all that, but whenever he wants a tractor, it's not free because it's tied up on the log splitter. And to be fair, it doesn't do tractors a lot of good, as we all know, being sat just ticking over hour after hour. You know, they want a bit of work, because otherwise they start then sort of coking up, and then you start seeing oil dribbling out of places. And it's not good. Anyway, got to do this one. But obviously, we've been enjoying a fantastic summer, which is lovely, and I'm not going to moan about it. But we do want some rain. There's rain forecast, I know, next week, but it's, look, I'm not, that's lovely. It's lovely being working in the warm and dry, but I'm melting. Anyway, got to change the oil in this, as I say, which I'll now do. Long overdue for a service. Well, here's a quick little video to show you what this does with a log splitter. Anytime a camera's on, she's there now. Right, I'm just having 5 minutes before I dive back in and do some more editing for this week's video, which is out this Sunday, which is the one everybody's been asking me to do for years, which is what to look for when buying a used excavator. We did that with that Kubota U55, so that'll be out Sunday. And if you want to watch, yeah, I know, it keeps the sun off, that's all it does. If you want to watch more stuff with that sort of thing on the red stuff, don't forget Clarence has done another video of the 1080, the one I got going in the Will It Start, and he's been stripping some of that framework off. So I'll put a link to that video below this one. And if you want to see some more Honda stuff, like the breaker pack stuff with the old Honda engines, don't forget Kimberly did that video where she resurrected my little Honda on the whacker plate, which might have got a bit of water in it. Anyway, I was also, her latest video is one where we did the Thwaites dumper. We split that and put all new joints and pivot point. Yeah, good video. Again, I'll put a link to that video below this one. But there we are. So, you know, well, I hope you enjoyed this sort of, you know, out and about with me, sort of mucking about video. And if I can, I'll do another one next week. Just little snippets. As I said, they're just not edited, they're just whacked together so you can see what I'm up to. But you can also keep up with other stuff that I'm up to throughout the week on my Instagram page. You can go and follow me there, and then you'll get notified of when I put a reel up or some photos up and stuff like that. But lucky buggers, I've got to be up there today, I think, flying rather than sat down there sweating. Anyway, keep your eyes out for Sunday's video, and yeah, we'll see you on the next one. Do well.